Hi children, this is Lakshmi Aravinda. Today we are going to see the polynomials chapter number 4 part 1. Before going into the polynomials, first I will just revise some few topics from the algebra. First one is a constant. What is meant by constant means where the value will not change at all. All the numbers in a number system will come under this constant. All the real numbers, whatever the numbers, all the numbers from the number system will come under this constant. Next one is variable. Variable means where we can the value will be changing, like x value will be changing based on the sum to sum, the same variable x only, but the value will change from one sum to another sum. That and all called as a variables. This combination, either constant or a variable or combination of both, is called as a term. And a single term or a combination of many terms, one or more terms, is called as an algebraic expression. Now, if we'll come for the algebraic expressions, in that algebraic expression, if we are having the terms, single term, then we will call it as a monomial. If two terms, we'll call it as a binomial. If we are having a three terms, then we means if an algebraic expression which consisting of more than two or more than terms, then we will call it as a polynomial. Okay, that terms will be having addition and subtraction between the each and every term. And polynomial will not support negative exponents, means negative powers. Here if we'll see one of the example of the polynomial with one variable is x square plus x minus 12. This is one of the polynomial which is having three terms, 1, 2, 3. Next one, this polynomial, actually the word from where it is derived means from a Greek words poly and nominal. Poly means many, nominal means terms. Many terms. If we are having, then we'll call it as a polynomial. Now we will see polynomial in one variable. Polynomial with one variable means where we can see a single variable. Okay, it will be in a form of, in the terms of, how it will be means like a x to the power n, means this type of terms, like a 3x square or 4x or some 3x to the power 5. Like this, the entire expression we can see a single variable terms, it will be in a form of a x to the power n. Here a is any of the integer or real number, n will be the natural number. Okay, here if we'll see the form of that, like a n x to the power. Okay, it will be in a form of a n x to the power n plus a n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1, like a decreasing power. Okay, some of the examples which we can see polynomials with the one variable. If we'll see the first one, 2x square plus 5x minus 3. Here the first term I told you it will be in a form of a x to the power n. So if we'll take the first term, the a will be 2, the n will be 2. Next term, again I told it will be in a form of ax ax to the power n. So the second term a will be 5, the n nothing is there, so we will take 1, the 1 will be n. And last term it's a constant, so nothing is there, I'll just take 3x to the power 0. Anything power 0 will be 1, so 3 into 1, 1 only. So again it will be in a form of a x to the power n form. 3 is a, 0 is the n. Okay, next, same way here also, x to the power 3 minus 1. Each and every term is like in a form of ax to the power n. Here n is any natural number or 0. Okay. Here also single variable y cube, y term, y variable. Here also y. Here the variable u. Only single variable is used. Okay. Now we will see, children, whatever we'll... now we will see degree of the polynomial. Whenever we will take a degree of the polynomial, of the variable is called as a degree of that entire polynomial. How it is means, example, if we'll take 2x square plus 5x minus 3. Here, what is the highest degree of the x? We have to find. To find out that, first I will check here what is the degree of the x. It's a 2. Here what is the degree? Nothing is there. So we will take 1. The degree is 1. So which is the highest degree in this? 2 is the highest degree. So this 2 is the degree of this entire polynomial. Now we'll go for one more example. Here if we'll see, first term is y cube. So what is the degree of this term? It's a 3. And here nothing is there means 1. So what is the degree of this y? 1. So which is the highest degree we are having here? The 3. So the degree of the polynomial is 3. If we'll come here, here 1, here 2, here 5. Which is the highest degree? 5 is the highest degree. So what is the degree of this polynomial? 5 is the degree of this polynomial. Whenever we are having a single variable, it will be very easy. What is the degree of the polynomial means, whatever the highest degree we are having that for that polynomial, that will be the degree of that polynomial. Now, based on the degree, whatever the degree, again we are having different types of, means we can segregate the polynomials into different types. First one is linear polynomial. Linear polynomial means if the degree is 1, the maximum degree is 1, then constant x is a variable. Next, quadratic polynomial. What is meant by quadratic polynomial means if the maximum degree is 2, then we will call it as a quadratic polynomial. It will be in a form of ax square plus b plus c. Here a, b, c is a constant and x is the variable, and highest degree we can observe it's a 2. So this type of polynomial is called as a quadratic polynomial. Next one, cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial means the name itself it is showing cube. Cubic cube means the maximum degree should be 3. Cube is nothing but 3 only, no? So the maximum degree should be 3. Then we will call it as a cubic polynomial. It will be in a form of ax to the power 3 plus bx square plus cx plus d. Here a, b, c, d are constant, means any integer, and x is the variable. Okay. Next one, exercise 4.1. Whatever we learnt still now, based on that basics only, we are going to see what is that. What is the simple questions. The first one is, which of the following expressions are a polynomials with one variable? State the reasons for your answer. Okay. If you'll see here, the first one, 4x square minus 3x plus 7. Well, they are saying which of the following are the expressions, algebraic expression with a single variable, means the entire expression should have only a one variable. So see the first one, 4x square x, here 3x x, means the entire expression is having x only as a variable, no? Y square plus root 2. How many variables we can see? Only one variable. The reason also we will write the same. What is the reason we will write? Only the one variable y is there in that expression. So it is called as a polynomial with single variable. Next one, same way here. t, the variable t only it is there. So this is also called as a polynomial with the single variable. Next, here we are having y plus 2 by y. Same way we are having y as a one of the variable. That's it. Next, last one, if we'll see x, y, t. How many variables we are having? X is one variable, y is one variable, t is one variable. So, this is the expression where a polynomial is having a three variables, not a one variable. So, this is not a polynomial with one variable. Next, question number 2. Write the quotient of x square. Actually, it's by mistake. X it is there. It should be x square in each of the following. Okay. What is meant by quotient means, I think you already know. I'll just revise. For example, if you are having 3x in the multiplication, in the product, then 3 is called as a quotient of x and x is called as a quotient of 3. Okay, if we are having x square y, then x square quotient what it is? Y. Means in any term, the quotient of particular variable if we will take, the remaining whatever it will be, that will be the quotient of that particular variable or particular constant. Okay, now shall we check? X. So we want only the term x square term because we want to check what is the quotient of x square. So here x square only it is there, nothing is there children. So what we will take as a quotient? Just 1. 1 is the quotient of x square. Then the second expression, if we'll take 2 minus x square plus x3. We want only x square term. So take the x square term, that is minus x square. So x square, here minus is there, nothing constant is there. So I will take just 1. 1 into x square, again x square only. So what is the remaining thing? Minus 1. So what is the quotient of x square here? Minus 1. Same way here. What is the quotient of x square? It's a pi by 2. Next here, is there any x square term first? No x square term only. So what we will take? 0. It's not a minus 1. It's a 0. Okay. 0 is the quotient of x square. So nothing is there. So why we are taking it as a 0? 0 into anything? 0. So 0 into x square I will write, then quotient will be 0. Next one. Question number 3. Give one example of binomial of degree 35 and monomial of the degree 100. Here randomly whatever the example you want you give children. But it should be a binomial, one should be a monomial. Monomial means single term. Binomial means two terms. So here I am giving my own expression randomly. No need to take this only. Even you can try your own examples. But the maximum degree, for example, if we will take y, the okay, or else if I know I don't want 10, then you just add here as the second term y square. Maximum degree is 35 only. If we'll add y square also, the maximum degree is 35. Next one, they are asking with the degree 100. So here only monomial. So any variable you just take with the highest degree 100. Like y to the power 100 or else minus x to the power 100. Any of the examples you can take. Okay. Next one. Question number 4. Write the degree of the each of the following. Degree. It's very easy question, no? First one. If we'll see, what is the maximum degree here we are having for the x? The variable only x it is there. So what is the maximum degree? 3. Next. Here the maximum degree of the y is 2. Here the maximum degree of the t is 1. So the degree of this first one is 3, the second one is 2, the third one is 1. Now what about the last one? There is no variable only. How can we find the degree? Nothing is there. So I will just take 3 into any of the variable power 0. Anything power 0, we will get 1 only. So 3 into 1, again 1. So what is the power we are having here? 0. So the degree will be 0. For any constant, the degree will be 0. Okay, not only for 3, any of the constant, the degree will be 0. Now, question number 5. Classify the following as linear, quadratic and cubic polynomials. I taught you. Linear polynomial means the maximum degree 1, quadratic maximum degree. So what is the maximum degree here? Is 2. 2, if it is a maximum degree, it's a quadratic polynomial. So we will write under quadratic polynomial. Next one, x minus x cube. So the maximum degree is 3. So maximum degree is 3 means what is this? Cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial means we will write under cubic here. Okay, next one is y plus y square plus 4. So the maximum degree is 2. Where we have to write under quadratic polynomial. Not here. It should be under here. Y square plus y plus 4. By mistake it is there. It's not here. So based on that, the remaining 3 you will refer. No? Please refer it. Next one, zeros of a polynomial. What is meant by zeros of a polynomial means for what values of x. For example, x plus 5 it is there. Here, for what value of x, the expression will be equals to 0. That values is called as a zeros of that polynomial. This is also called as a roots of the polynomial also. Now you just guess for x plus 5 or what value the entire expression will become 0. If I'll place x as minus 5 and plus 5, the value will be 0. So this minus 5 is called as the zeros of this polynomial or roots of this polynomial. Now we will see how to find the zeros of that polynomial. Of the x, the entire expression will come to the 0, means it's a 1. If we'll take 1, the entire expression will be a 0. Even if we'll take 2 also, the entire expression will be 0. So what is the zeros of that polynomial means 1 and 2. How to find this I will explain you children further. I just gave the example here. Now we will see exercise 4.2. Where we can see that means we are going to just check not even a finding a zeros of your polynomial. We will just check. They will only give some values. For that values, whether the values will be a zeros of that polynomial or not, we are going to check in this exercise. Okay, the first question. Find the value of your polynomial 5x minus 4x square plus 3 at x equal to 0, x equal to minus 1, x is equals to 2. So, here they given the polynomial. For this polynomial, if we'll place x as 0, then what will be the answer? If we'll place x as minus 1, what will be the answer? That we are going to check. Okay, so the first one as x 0. So, here if we'll see, first, the expression is 5x minus 4x square plus 3x is equals to 0. Now, in the place of x, we are going to place a 0. So, 5 into 0 minus 4 into 0 square plus 3. Now, 5 into 0, 0 into anything, 0. 4 into 0 square, again 0 into anything, 0. Now, what else it is? Minus 1. If x is equals to minus 1, what will be the answer? Now substitute minus 1 in the expression. 5 into x means 5 into minus 1 minus 4 into x square means 4 into minus 1 square plus 3 into 1. So 3 into minus 1. Sorry, it's just 3. So 3, that's it. Now 5 into minus 1. 5 ones are 5, but minus is there. So minus 5. Next, 4 into minus 1 square. Minus 1 square, whenever we'll apply the square, it will become again a plus. So 4 into 1, minus 4 into 1, minus 4. Plus 3 as it is. Now we will add. Minus 5, minus 4. We will get minus 9. Minus 9 plus 3, minus 6 is the answer. Now in the same way, do x equals to 2. From your side, children, I did, but I just sent you the answer here just to do from your side. Next one, question number 2. Find P of 0, P of 1, P of 2, each of the following expression. Same way, children. They will give some expression. In the variable place, we have to place 0, 1, 2. Like a previous. So, now I am going to do the first one. The first one is P of y is equal to y square minus y plus 1. So, the y value, the P of 0 is, means the y value should be 0. So, substitute y square means 0 square minus y. Next, I am going to find P of 1. Means in a place of y, we have to substitute 1. So, second expression, y square means 1 square minus y means minus 1 plus 1. Here 1 square means 1, minus 1 as it is, plus 1 as it is. Now plus 1 minus 1 we can cancel, the remaining only 1. Next one, P of 2 means in the place of y we have to place 2. So place y square minus y plus 1 means 2 square minus 2 plus 1. 2 square is nothing but 4 minus 2 plus 1. 4 minus 2 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 plus 1, 3 is the answer. Same way, the next expression P of t is equals to 2 plus t plus 2t square minus t cube. Now same way we have to find P of 0, P of 1, P of 2. So take first one P of 0. P of 0 means in the place of t we have to place the 0. So whenever we will place a 0, children, no need to calculate t cube, t square and all. If it is a 0, 0 cube, 0 for anything 0, 0 into anything 0. So that all the t terms will become 0. So only constant, whatever it is there, the 2 is the constant, is the leftover, the 2 will be the answer. That's it. Okay. Next, come for P of 1. Means in the place of t we have to place 1. So place 2 as it is and plus t. So in the place of t 1. Minus t cube, that is 1 cube. Now 2 plus 1 as it is, 2 into 1 square. 1 square means 1 only. So 2 into 1. Next minus 1 cube. 1 cube also 1 only. Now 2 plus 1. 2 ones are 2 minus 1. Now plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. The remaining 2 plus 2 is 4. Now P of 2. Same, in the place of t we have to substitute 2. Will you do this? 2 cube means 8. 2 into 2 into 2. 3 times we have to multiply. Same way if we will substitute the 2, we will get 4. Just check from your side. Next, verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial induced against them. Means we have to check whatever the values they given, whether it's a zeros of the polynomials or not. If it, how we can check that? How we can check means if we'll substitute that values, the expression should become a 0. then we can say that the given value is a 0 of that polynomial. So shall we check? See, the first one, p of x is equals to 3x plus 1, x is equals to minus 1 by 3. They are asking us to substitute. So p of minus 1 by 3. So in the place of x, we have to place p of minus 1 by 3. So 3 into the value of x will be minus 1 by 3 plus 1. Here 3 into minus 1 by 3. So 1 3 in numerator, 1 3 in denominator we can cancel. So the remaining is minus 1. Getting 0. So the x equals to minus 1 by 3 is, the value of a polynomial is 0. So it is 0 of that, the value is a root of that polynomial. It's not, it's a 0 of a polynomial. It's a 0 of a polynomial. It's not is by mistake it is there. Don't follow that. Next one, p of x equals to 5x minus pi, x is equals to 4 by 5. Means in the place of x we have to replace 4 by 5. Now see, 5 into x, 4 by 5 minus pi. So 5 will get cancelled, 4 minus pi. 4 minus pi value will become 0? No, never. So the given value x equal to 4 by 5 is not a 0, means the root of that polynomial. By using that 4 by 5 we will not get a 0 for that expression. Next one, p of x is equals to x square, where we have to place as a 0. So 0 square means 0. So the x equal to 0 is a zeros of the polynomial, root of the polynomial. Yes, because we are getting answer as a 0, no. So it's a root of that polynomial. Next one, p of x is equal to lx plus m, where x equals to minus m by l we have to place. So place in the place of L as it is, in the place of x we have to place minus m by L plus m as it is. Now here L will get cancelled. So the remaining minus m plus m will get cancelled 0. Yes. Here p of x of that polynomial. Next one, p of x is equals to 3x square minus 1, x equals to minus 1 by root 3 comma 2 by root 3. Same, substitute 3 into x square minus 1. So 3 into, in the place of x we have to write minus 1 by 3 x square minus 1. Whenever we will apply square here, the minus will become plus. Next, root 1 square means this square will be applicable for both numerator and denominator. So 1 square 1 only. Root 3 square, root and square will get cancelled 3. So 3 into plus 1 by 3. 3 will get cancelled, the remaining only 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Yes, it's a 0 of the polynomial. Okay. Next children, find the 0 of the polynomial in each of the following cases. Here we can see a simple equations. We have to find where the value of x, for what value of x the polynomial will become a 0. Okay, now we will see. The first one is p of x is equals to x plus 5. What they are asking, it's a very easy way method I will teach you. What they are asking, x plus 5 should become a 0 if I will place some value in a place of x. So we want to make it as a 0, no? So x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now x is equals to, here plus 5, if it will go that side, minus 5. So for the value of 5 in the place of x, then how to solve a linear equations is nothing but a solving the equation. Okay, same way here, x minus 5. So x minus 5 should become 0. For that only we are working. So first only we will equalize to the 0. Now x is equals to here minus 5, if it will go that side, plus 5. So x is equals to 5. Next, p of x equal to ax. Same way. Ax should become a 0. So here ax should become a 0. So x equal to 0. Now I want x. So this multiplication a will go that side, will go for the division part, that is 0 by a. 0 by anything? 0. Next one. So in the place of 0 only it will become a 0. Okay. Next one. P of x is equals to cx plus d. Means the cx plus d should become 0. So here send the remaining all, whatever the x value we want. So cx is equals to plus d, if it will go that side, minus d. Here multiplication c, if it will go that side, division c. So what we'll get? X is equals to minus d by c. So for the value of minus d by c, it will become a 0. The expression will become 0. Okay. Here it's a 0, not a infinite. The value of x will be 0. Next, children, it is your practice time from your textbook only. Please refer the same mains and the homework sums. Do that one about the mathematicians. Now here about remainder theorem. No need to be worried, that theorem is there in your textbook only. Please go through it. In a next video I will only explain for you, but before that I want you to know, and remainder theorem is little bit important, so I want you to learn extra. So why I asked you to write in one more time project book. Please write it. And also algebraic identities, which you learnt in a 8th standard. Just revise and just write with some examples. Okay. Thank you, children. Be safe. Keep learning. Lakshmi Aravinda.